Hi everyone, it's been a while and I just loaded up a small sample table runner that I had made for when my frame got here so I could play. So as you could see, I've set up all the braces. I zoomed in already so you could see what I'm doing, but I set up all the braces. I used some leaders with some pins, and I made these little weights. I don't know if they're going to help stop the quilt from bouncing around. I may need to have the frame up higher, which I will do, and then I will get started and show you what I got. Okay, so I tried to cover the light so maybe you could see the stitching better, and I'm not going to make this a long one. I'm just going to do a few lines of stitching because I really don't know how to do designs and I'm a beginner, so I'm going to allow myself that and get it going. I pulled up my bobbin thread again, which I'm going to mention also, if you have a machine like mine where the bobbin gets loaded from here, it's a bit of a pain when something goes wrong because you can't just reach your hand under and pull the bobbin out, rethread, put it back in. You have to kind of free up the quilt, get to the bobbin, check it to see what's going on wrong, and then go back. So I'm going to probably end up switching the machine out again. Also, I covered the light so maybe you could see the stitching a little bit better. So here goes. I'm going to give it a little run and let me get my snips nearby. And here goes. I'm going to get these out of the way. I hope I did that right. Like I said, I'm learning. So I'm getting close to where I can't do any more because the carriage is just about to hit the end of the frame. So I'm going to stop there. I don't want to do a line going in the other direction because I really just want to make use of this table runner. So I don't want to do that, but maybe what I will do is break the thread now and show you what I got. So let me bring the needle up and just get it over there. Of course, you know, with any machine you have to move it, and there you have it. Let me just put no, I'm not going to do that. So you could see that I was able to do some nice stitching. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll get used to it. But I just wanted to see that I am coming along, and this is going to be the first piece that I'm going to be able to use from all of my practice pieces. And thanks so much for following along. And like I said, here are a couple of things. If you're doing table runner, you need some kind of leaders. And all I did was make a whole bunch of fabrics like this. I think I showed you this before. Simply like this. Let me zoom out. I did this. Made a bunch of these at various sizes, and I'm using those as leaders and enders. I also, you know, as I showed you before, the bungee cords. And now one of the subscribers actually suggested to have some weights to put on there. So this could be a bean bag, this could be, I actually just put rice in here. I ran out of rice, so I didn't make them bigger. But that might be a plus as well if you're thinking about using a frame like this. So thanks so much for watching. And now I repositioned my machine and I moved it to where I had just stitched up here, and you saw me do that. And then I repositioned it, got it there, put my leaders on, moved my leaders because now I needed them at the bottom. And now I'm just going to roll over the machine, and I'm going to learn how fast I need to move my machine and how hard I need to press my pedal. So here goes. And my thread just broke. So I was going to cut this and just try to get this to go right. I have to tell you the honest truth. The issue that I'm having is my machine. It's not cooperating as far as doing free motion quilting, because I'm having an issue with the bobbin and the top thread. And the bobbin is a drop-in bobbin. And every time that thread breaks, I've got to undo the quilt and get it off here. And I wanted you to know that that's not a problem with the frame at all. As you can see, the frame looks beautiful. It's working well. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit more. It'll do the job. It'll do the job. And since the thread is already broken, I'm going to show you the area that I'm getting from here to approximately here to here to there to, and all the way across. Let's see how far I could go to there. That's a pretty good span. And then down to here. And of course the restriction here is because of the throat space. So then go across to here. So I've got to solve my own problem and then come back and show you what's going to happen. And I have a feeling that I'm going to have to again change the machine out, which is sad, but I'm going to do it, and I'll let you know what happens. Thanks so much for following along. See you when I see you. I just wanted to show you what was happening. You could see the threads there are kind of bunched up, and so that's a problem with the machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the machine up on the table, and I'm going to try to get it to free motion quilt by hand. And if that works and I get the settings correct and the thread correct, the needle, whatever it is, all set up correctly, then I'll come back and put it back on the frame. If I don't have success doing that, I'm going to swap out the machine again. So stand by for that. Thanks for watching. Hi everybody. As you can see, things have changed over here. So we're back to the first machine that I had on the frame, the 201, because the Brother was just not jiving with the free motion quilting. I tried everything. I changed needles, I changed bobbin thread, I changed the bobbin, I changed the upper thread. You really don't change the tension on those machines, so it really was an issue. So now I'm back to using the 201, and I'm going to give it a try. So let me zoom in and be right back. So I cut off the machine light, and hopefully you're going to be able to see at least some of this. I know it's not the best camera angle, but this is the best that I could do. I can move you in a little bit. I don't think that that's going to make any difference. There we go. Bring it in a little bit. The thing is, I want you to see how far the span is with this machine as opposed to the other machine. So here goes. Let's see how far down it will go. It could even go a little further than that. So let me see. I don't want to hit the pillar, but yeah, look at that. Such a big difference from the other machine. Come all the way down. Big difference. Oop, I did it again. What they do is, so you can see that for me, this is probably the best setup. I don't know how much of that you heard, but you could see for me, this is the best setup for the machine that I have already, you know, in my possession. It has a bigger throat space. I believe it's an 8-inch throat space on this machine. And also, let's see if I could zoom into some of the, I really didn't do beautiful quilting, but I'll try to show you anyway. As you can see some of the stitches there, it's stitching beautifully. So that's what you want. This again was just a table runner that I made while I was waiting for the frame to arrive. So I knew I had something to work on. So, you know, it's very usable, even though it was a practice one. What I found very helpful were the leaders. So these leaders, I just made a whole bunch of them, and you could do the same thing if you venture into this this particular frame, or even maybe the cutie. I'm sure people use leaders, but they were very helpful, and various sizes was also very helpful. I do have a 116 needle in the machine. I am using glide thread on the top, and I forget the name of the maxi lock in the bobbin, which is a serger thread, which is very strong. So I tested a bunch of threads. While I was doing this, and that was the best. That was the best results that I got, so I stuck with it. So thanks so much for watching. I hope that if you're taking this adventure with me and you're jumping in with a mini frame, you'll let me know in the comments, and let me know if you're having success or if you're having issues. I know that I'm not the greatest of help when it comes to these things. More likely your sewing machine dealer will know better. Grace Quilting Company will know better, but I'll help out if I know anything. And thanks so much for watching, and see you when I see you. I wanted to mention one more thing. If I were to chalk out where my machine could reach without hitting the bar, that's a good thing. So you could use chalk and figure out where your machine will land when you're doing this. And then you'll know that you don't go past those perimeters. Maybe even on a little washi tape on the four corners of where you're going here, because also you'll hit, this carriage will hit the side of the machine, of this frame, sorry. And so you want to almost chalk it out or mark it out somehow to mentally you'll be able, well, physically you'll be able to see that those marks are there, but mentally you could concentrate on your quilting. Okay, that's it for now. See you when I see you. Thanks so much for watching.